I just got back from the coffee and conversations with the city manager and the mayor of Niceville, David Deitch, city manager, Daniel Henkel, mayor, and we talked a lot about water. So something that I hadn't really thought about previously is that we probably use a lot of water here in the city of Niceville, and as a matter of fact, we do. They talked to us about the 3 million gallon a day limit that the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection of the state of Florida, allots us from the Floridian aquifer, which is that big, deep table of water underneath the earth. And it's really big, but it also is finite. And so the DEP says this is how much you get. Problem is that with all the people that we have moving into the city of Niceville, our water use is kind of doing one of these, or at least that's the exact hand motion that city manager Deitch used to explain the amount of water that we're using. And he says that it's because of new builds, especially the new development at Deer Moss Creek is bringing a ton of new people online here in the city when it comes to potable water. And that's because we don't have reclaimed water in that area of town. So the drinking water is what the DEP cares about, and that's what Deer Moss Creek and other places where they're building new homes and not attaching them to reclaimed water lines are using. So in order to do that, City Manager Deitch is working with the Air Force, and they're trying to get through this permitting thing to make sure that eventually there will be reclaimed water into the Deer Moss Creek neighborhood. So they said hopefully summer of 2025, that reclaimed water line will be in there and hopefully will reduce the amount of drinkable water, potable water that the city is using so that it can accommodate more people, because Deitch told the group around me anyway, the large group, 10, 12 people, that we're not getting any more. DEP says no more. So that was the really big issue that he wanted to tackle, and says that potable water or reclaimed water line will be a huge part of that. Also, a line that comes down from Crestview may be an option to kind of tap into that one and bring more water from an area that is not as water stressed as our area is. So that's another issue he's looking into. And then finally, he says he wants to put big water tanks in the reservoir of the Eglin Golf Course range, because right now it's open to the sky, and that means that animals can get in it. And they've brought in sort of a bacterial ribosome. I don't know. I almost failed biology. But what you need to know is that there's something that makes that water not as clean, and it messes with the pipes and stops them up a little bit. And so the hope is they can put some tanks in there, hopefully get some grant money or something like that, so that no longer is a problem for the city. So that was really the bulk of the conversation while we were at this coffee with the city manager and the mayor. And what I really wanted to tell you about, but there are in my little notebook a couple other things that I want to make sure that you know about. The head IT guy over at the city of Niceville is working on a plan to basically modernize a lot of the payment systems for the city so that you can rent the pavilion at the children's park, or you can get your business license renewed. All those little things that people have to physically come to the city hall to do, he's hoping to put them all online so you can just get them done in your sweatpants at 10 o'clock at night on a Thursday. This is the one I'm really excited about, is the design plan for the walkways, the multi-use paths on Forest and College. They're getting closer to completion of the design. And if you read our newsletter this Friday morning, you'll know that I'm really passionate about this, because I think it'll give us a lot more walkability in the city and make it easier for you to take your bike out and bring your kids to places further than your own little cul-de-sac. So hopefully this will give us a lot more motion, a lot more range of area that we can cover without having to use a car, which of course will eventually hopefully reduce a little bit of the traffic on the Rocky Bayou Drive, Forest Drive, and College Boulevard area. So those were the three big takeaways I got from coffee with the city manager and city mayor of Niceville today. And if you want more information, I'm hoping to put a story up by this afternoon on midbaynews.com. So we'll see you there.